What's up, guys? Welcome to Money Talk, the number one news source, the number one information source, and the number one entertainment source for everything and anything regarding the stock market, the financial world, and the crypto universe. Today, we're going to be talking about Edward Snowden, the number one whistleblower in history of mankind. Well, to be honest with you, I don't know any other ones, but he's up there. All right. So for those that don't know, Edward Snowden, back in 2013, when he was an employee for CIA and he was doing all the geeky computer stuff, he realized that the CIA and who works for the NSA, which is the National Security Agency, has been spying on the American citizens for a very long time, using tactics that are not very moral. For example, tapping phones and just going through all privacy protocol just to get the information and data that they want. He came out in 2013 and said this, which caused people to go crazy, and which caused all the people that were like, you see, the government is spying on us, and etc. like that, for them to go like, we've been right, and etc. A lot of celebrations from the conspiracy theorists in 2013 when he came out. And soon he had to leave the United States because they were going to send him in jail, which makes no sense because what he did was coming out and telling the truth to the American citizens. And if anything, the FBI, the CIA, and the NSA are the ones that should go to jail. The head of them corporations that bypassed all safety protocols should be the ones that should go to jail. So Edward Snowden, who is a huge critic of Bitcoin, came out recently in an interview talking about Bitcoin's privacy problem. He touched on how the blockchain services and blockchain itself is making things a lot more transparent. Now, I know that people love blockchain and Bitcoin and etc. for its transparency, but at the same time, transparency equals no privacy. If everyone can see and look where you've spent your money, right, and what you're buying and etc. through the blockchain address, whatever, coin wallet, date, I don't know how to say that, but you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Then where is the privacy behind that? How can you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say I want to buy something using Bitcoin that I don't want everyone else to know, but it shows that money went from my wallet into this company's wallet. You know what I'm saying? That maybe sells, I don't know, maybe sells dildos or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Something very embarrassing. Not that I would buy any, but I'm just giving you guys an example, right? So it bypasses, again, right? It bypasses privacy, but at the same time, people do like transparency and they want to know that what these big organizations and etc. are up to. Now, Snowden went in and explained a lot more regarding how blockchain is taking privacy away from people, and how huge companies are always keeping an eye out for how people behave and what people's behaviors are like, so they can kind of manipulate them and etc. For example, small things such as not reading the complete document and just pressing I agree, or things such as getting an alert and not looking at it and etc. like that, and how companies use them to their advantage for their ads and the stuff that they put into the notice and disclaimers that we usually don't read. Now, this interview got a lot of attention from Alex Gladstein, who no one knows who the hell that guy is. He's basically the biggest crypto cuck in the universe. All right, he's one of those guys that's all in on Bitcoin. He has like 99% of his life savings in Bitcoin, and you know, he can't take any criticism from anyone or anywhere regarding Bitcoin and crypto, which is something that I hate. And this is something that I hate about what Bitcoin has become, where it's become this tribal mentality that people forget that at the end of the day, it is an asset. Whatever it is an asset, okay? And maybe it will become the number one currency around the world, or maybe it won't, okay? But the fact that people are willing to turn a blind eye on the or, that's what bothers me, and that's what makes me so worried. That's what has had me worried about Bitcoin since I think 2018. You know what I mean? This herd mentality and this almost this almost cult-like following that Bitcoin has built around itself. Now, am I a fan of crypto? Yes, I am. Am I a fan of Bitcoin? Yes, I am. Do I hold Bitcoin? Yes, I do. Okay? Did I cry when the market crashed? Yes, I did. All right? But can I also stand some criticism and understand that Bitcoin isn't perfect, and for things to get better, people need to come out and speak about the problems on the matter. Okay? That's how things get better, when people conversate and point out, hey, look, this is bad. Like how Elon Musk recently came out saying that Bitcoin isn't environmentally friendly. Well, guess what, Elon? Bitcoin is going to become more environmentally friendly over the years, as everything else in life has. Okay, when new technology comes out and innovation happens, at first it doesn't make any sense. It is not sustainable at all. I mean, think about the first car, right? I mean, the first cars that were built, their emissions were probably crazy. They probably used so much materials that they didn't need, and etc. And now today we have Tesla, which is ran on batteries and it's just no gas. Okay, or think about TVs. This is another example that I always go to. Think about TVs, them big old clunky things. Well, now we have 500-inch LG LEDs, flat screen, low energy, blah blah blah, right? Low energy being the key point. So as things get more and more incorporated in our lives, we manage to also bring get more used to them, right? So going back to my point, is Elon bringing up the environmentally friendly aspect of Bitcoin will cause Bitcoin to move more towards green energy, which is actually more profitable for people that are trying to Bitcoin mine and mine Bitcoin as well. Now, let's get back to the crypto cock, Alex Gladstein. So Alex Gladstein came out saying, yeah, Edward Snowden basically hates Bitcoin, and he doesn't this is not the first time that he said something bad about Bitcoin. And what he doesn't understand is how hard it is to actually do what he says and incorporate these privacy protocols and whatever into Bitcoin and etc. Which is like, he didn't say you should do it, Alex. He was just saying it would make sense for there to be such things. Get what I'm saying? So our buddy Alex came out tweeting, you know what I mean? He got them Twitter fingers, saying respects at Snowden for his works on privacy and criticism of the CBDC, but this clip is a disaster. Too long, didn't read. And then it's like, Taproot makes Bitcoin privacy worse. Lightning is shenanigans. Attacks core developers. In Snowden's defense, all right, and also in Alex's defense, I guess, Snowden did say, was heavily criticizing the developers, saying that, oh, I've mentioned this like years ago, and it's crazy how they still haven't made it work. And it's like, dude, like, you're a professional snitch, okay? At the end of the day, Snowden, you're a professional snitch. So nobody really cares about what you really have to say regarding Bitcoin, okay? Especially years ago. Many years ago, Bitcoin wasn't even incorporated into our lives the way it is today, and people weren't taking Bitcoin as seriously as they are today as a product, all right? They were just looking at it as an investment. So what you said years ago doesn't really matter, all right? But in his defense also, he wasn't really attacking the developers. So our buddy Alex is taking it a little bit too far with that one. And then it continues saying, hypes NFTs and plus privacy coins except Monero, which he trashes. One Snowden coin, saying, so damn, that would be a cool coin. It's a Snowden coin. Maybe he's coming out with his own crypto. You never know. Good friend of his channel and the CIO of Block Tower Capital, which is a crypto investment fund, Ari Paul, actually replied. Now, he replied saying, just watch the clip. What he says is very different from your summary. Great project with known privacy vulnerabilities does not equal trashes. Ari says that. Now, this is what I like, right? I like the way Ari is approaching this problem, and he's opening, and this guy owns a cryptocurrency investment fund, okay? So he is definitely more invested in crypto than whatever Alex Gladstein has to say about anything, all right? So I really like that he's willing to kind of look at it from a different perspective and understand, hey, what he's saying kind of makes sense. So calm down, Alex. Jesus Christ, get a tampon or something. And then Alex goes on saying, he praises Zcash and says Monero has adoption issues then condoles it as then concludes it is a shell game. Damn, somebody's hurt. Now Snowden, aka the Golden Snitch, actually replied to Alex Gladstein's tweet saying, "The worst part of cryptocurrency transforming into dragon level wealth is witnessing good people emotionally devolve into dragons themselves." Damn, that's deep, bro. So intellectually paralyzed by the fear that everyone they see threatens their horde, that they lose sight of the world beyond their cave. Now, this is exactly what I was saying, right? It's like people are willing to turn a blind eye on all the issues that will cost them money. Okay, so they don't really care about that. All they care about is whatever's good. What's good about Bitcoin. And then Snowden continues saying, "This is such a profoundly misleading, too long didn't read of privacy-focused talk that it's hard to call it anything but intentionally deceptive." That is true. I agree with Snowden on that. And then he says, "To extent I own crypto unless and until it has been lost in boating accidents." I don't get that joke, but all right. "I own more Bitcoin than anything else. But despite the theoretical risk of harming the value of that ownership, I continue to criticize Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies I hold, failing because the public cost of doing otherwise would be orders of magnitude greater than the individual private gain." Moral compass. Damn. He's schooling Alex right now, man. He is schooling Alex. And then he continued saying, Bitcoin's disastrous privacy is the missing stair of cryptocurrency. Every expert understands this problem, but as experts they themselves know how to compensate for the risk in their own personal interactions with Bitcoin, and therefore feel no urgency to actually fix it. So basically what he's saying, that people that know what's up, they know how to prevent themselves from ever having an issue with this. But what about a regular person like me who doesn't know anything other than, all right, I send money from this wallet to that wallet. That's all I know, okay? So that's what he's talking about. And then he continued, this guy was on a burner. He just kept tweeting at him. And then it says, 4, privacy coins are great, but they're too small and too easy to smother via regulatory actions like delisting from exchanges. Only Bitcoin has immunity via dominance to delisting, which is a great point, guys. You know, I've actually been talking about this for a very long time. And I think that more people need to understand that what happens when you invest a huge ungodly amount into an altcoin, and then the people on the crypto exchange decide to delist the altcoin. What happens next? That's it, right? That's it. It's done. Now you guys may be wondering, oh, well, what happens on the stock exchange? That could happen on the stock exchange. Companies get delisted all the time. Yes, they get delisted all the time, but there are actually regulations as to why a company would get delisted, right? And you kind of, as a shareholder, you know where the company that you're investing in is getting closer to that threshold. While these exchanges are privately owned companies, okay? Coinbase isn't the government. They don't need to answer to anybody. Whatever they do is for profit, okay? So let's say a hedge fund is short $1 billion Dogecoin, okay? They're shorting Dogecoin for $1 billion, right? Meaning they're going to make a whole lot more money when Dogecoin goes down. So then what would stop them from giving the Coinbase or the Binance CEO a call saying, hey, you know, how about I throw in some money for you and you just come up with some news saying, oh, Dogecoin is too much financial risk for the people on your platform, and that you're looking for the best for your people on the platform, and that you want to keep them safe and secure. You know, the BS that you hear Robinhood tell people when they don't let people trade GME and AMC and etc. like that, right? So why don't you just do that, and we'll give you 20 million or something like that. And then Binance is like, sounds kind of good. If Coinbase is doing it, I'm going to do it too. And then what happens to the price of Dogecoin? Rest in peace, Dogecoin. Okay, that's what happens to Dogecoin. Now let's keep reading. Okay, so it says privacy coins are great. They're too small and too easy to smother. Oh yeah, never mind. I already touched on that. And then it says only Bitcoin has immunity to the centralized ultimate ratio cryptum. I don't even know what that means, but basically that's what he's trying to say, right? He's saying that, which is true, and I do think that the monopoly that these exchanges have in the crypto world does make it very, very risky. Like, that adds to the whole crypto world risk. Okay, that is a factor of how risky crypto investing actually is, because when Binance is down, like what happened, right? When the market crashed on I think it was 3 days ago or something, when Bitcoin fell from 40K to 30K, where was Binance? Where was Coinbase? They weren't there. They were not there. Okay, their site, their app was down, which is like, dude, you're playing with my money. You know what I'm saying? So that's not very good. Now, with that being said, guys, I actually really want to hear what you guys have to say down in the comment section. And as always, if you enjoy my perspective on the matter, and if you enjoy my perspective on the financial world or whatever, okay, make sure to smash the subscribe button and stay a while, because every day on this channel I come up with new content regarding finance, regarding the stock market, and the crypto world. So thank you for watching, guys. Subscribe, smash the like button. Money talk.